Today we're doing a review of the Peak Design outdoor slings. I got the 7-liter and the 2-liter. We're gonna compare and contrast them, pack them both out. We're gonna talk about their honest pros and cons. And if you're not quite feeling these slings, you're gonna wanna stick around to the end of the review, where I'll make some alternative sling recommendations that might better suit your needs. They're kind of bringing different things to the table. There's a lot of great slings out there. Let's talk about these first. Let's talk about the gist of the Peak Design outdoor slings. Peak Design is a California-based carry brand known for making gear that really caters to photographers. But this new outdoor line, accompanied by some big outdoor backpacks as well, is more designed for people who like to hike and just enjoy the great outdoors. Now, we're not like a great outdoors channel. We do mostly EDC and travel gear, and that's why we're still reviewing these bags, because they're definitely extremely versatile and can be used in a variety of use cases. Some of their top features being the 2-liter, super minimalist, no front zipper, a single zipper giving you access to the main compartment, a back sleeve pocket secured via magnet, and a very customizable harness system that has a well-padded shoulder strap. Now for the 7-liter, we do have a quick access front pocket, a significantly more spacious main compartment, a back pocket also secured via magnet, and the same customizable and comfortable harness system. The outdoor slings come in 3 color options. You got Cloud, Eclipse, and Black. Why do these two have such cool names? This one's just black. This one should be called like Midnight. Much cooler. I like the range of sizes that are offered here. A 2-liter sling is like a great pocket reliever. Super small, it's not gonna carry a lot of gear, but it'll feel a lot more streamlined and manageable. Whereas the 7-liter is gonna be a lot bulkier, but it can also handle bulkier gear, which makes it possibly a good travel companion. It just depends on how you like to travel and carry. The 2-liter is around 10 inches wide, 5.5 inches tall, and the 7-liter is around 14 inches wide and 8 inches tall. Both the slings are very malleable and are super lightweight. This is the 2-liter when it's empty. And this is the 2-liter when it's fully packed out and worn on the Nomads Nation team. And this is the 7-liter when it is empty. And this is the 7-liter when it's fully packed out and worn on the Nomads Nation team as well. We're gonna pack out both these slings throughout the entire review so you can see exactly what they fit. Peak Design's got one of the best warranties in the game. It covers you for lifetime. And like you can read a lot of comments online about Peak Design actually honoring that warranty. And for all that, the 2-liter runs around 60 USD and the 7-liter runs around 90 USD. And if at any point in this review you're thinking about picking one of these bad boys up, we highly recommend that you do so using the first link in the description. Reason being, that link makes sure that you get the best price, and we oftentimes have discount codes. But that link also helps to support the Nomads Nation YouTube channel and team so we can keep making the best bag reviews on the web. Thank you very much. All right, let's talk about the outside of the Peak Design outdoor slings. Now let's start with the fabric that both slings are utilizing, and it's an ultralight Terrashell 210D ripstop, which is also 100% recycled and Blue Sign certified. 210D ripstop is great because it's very light. See those squares in the fabric? That's actually reinforced stitching. So if the fabric does rip, it stops, hence ripstop. And it's not gonna be as weatherproof as some like more modern technical fabrics, but it will still have some decent weather resistance to it. For the 2-liter, like I said, no zipper in the front. Flip it over to the back. We have a ventilated fabric being used here. It's nice and soft to the touch. And we do have a seam right here, which, you know, in theory might inspire a little ventilation, not much. But you know, with a sling this size, you don't need it to have like a 3D molded cutout. It's a little guy, right? Now on the back panel, we do have that sort of hidden back pocket, which I'll talk about in detail in the next section. But let's kind of focus on the harness system, which is really interesting, and I think it has some pros and some cons depending how you like to carry. First up, you can see Peak Design's hardware that's being used right here. It's attached to this external lash point. And that design choice gives the sling a lot of movement, right? It's not like a rigid sort of system. And that just means it can sort of ebb and flow with your body depending if you want to wear it in the front, in the back, on the side. So from that perspective, I find it to be a very comfortable sling. And this hardware as well is very adjustable, right? So you just unhook this clip. You can go ahead and make the strap longer, make it shorter. And that customization is very important because of this shoulder strap. Because normally on a sling this size, you'll just get like a nylon webbing shoulder strap. No additional padding, right? And the good thing about this is you just kind of, you know, put it any which way and, you know, it doesn't matter because it's the same consistency of the material in every location. But this one, different, as to where you want to make sure the sling is set in a way, the pad is being utilized correctly. Right now, there's no pad on this shoulder, right? So if I want to wear my sling this way, I'm kind of missing the whole opportunity versus this way also not so much. I mean, I have to adjust, right? And I have to get it to the perfect position. And now you can see here, I've got it to a pretty good spot as to where I'm utilizing that shoulder strap, which is great if you know exactly how you like to carry your sling. But on the flip side, if I want to flip this to the back, now the shoulder strap is on the torso, right? So I kind of, if I want to do the back carry, I got to kind of switch arms, and now I got the shoulder pad where it needs to be. So because of that, you might have to sort of figure out your adjustment relationship with this sling. For me, I think a shoulder pad like this on a 2-liter sling is a bit of overkill. What do you think though? Let me know in the comments below. Like, do you like this whole shoulder strap system? Too much for you? I would have preferred if it was taken off the 2-liter, but one thing I love about this sling and the 7-liter is this buckle. OMG, guys, let's nerd out. New hardware from Woojin. You just go ahead and pop this down. Look at that. I mean, I know. I am a bag nerd as to where I'm literally so excited about a new piece of hardware, but this is an absolute joy to use. I mean, oh my God, I could do this all day. Woojin for the freaking win. I think it's my new favorite buckle. Let's talk about the 7-liter though. Now remember, the 7-liter, we do have a front pocket here, but we're gonna talk about that in the next section. But notice on the bottom here, we have these 2 external lash points, which then connect to these cords, which give you the option to carry things externally on the bottom of the sling, which for outdoor enthusiasts, I can imagine is very important, right? Water bottle, umbrella, your rain jacket, right? Slide it underneath. Easy to adjust. These cords have some elasticity to them, making them much more versatile, but that elasticity could die over time. And we will put some things in the bottom of this sling when it's fully packed out so we can get the whole experience. One difference with the 7-liter as well, we have this top handle, or should I say top handle? Because this is an interesting design choice, and Peak Design did the same top handle on their huge 45-liter backpack, and let me tell you, that's not a top handle. That is a cord. That is a wire. And it's where I'm a little more offended by that on the large travel backpack. I think it's okay on a 7-liter sling. A little bit of room to grab. I mean, it's not a great handle, it's not a beefy handle, but it's better than no handle. We can all agree on that. And then everything that I said in regards to the 2-liter with its comfort and hardware system is mirrored on the larger version. Should also be noted too, you got these little sleeves right here, so if you got any excess dangle, you can go ahead and pop it in there, which makes this little guy very happy. And just to compare and contrast the sizes, this is the 2-liter, this is the 7-liter, significantly thicker. 2-liter shoulder strap has a width of around 1.5 inches versus the 7-liter, we got a full 2 inches, baby. Oh yeah, and the 7-liter, same buckle, OMG. I think I'm in love. All right, let's talk about the inside of the Peak Design outdoor slings. The goal here is to pack out the 2-liter first, show you what it can fit, and then move that over to the 7-liter so you can see how much more space you have, and then we'll fully deck out the 7-liter as well. Peak Design is one of the rare premium carry companies that does not use YKK zippers, and it's fine because they use Ultra Zips and they are stupendous. And some people even say that the PU coating on Ultra Zips doesn't peel as bad as YKK zippers does. And yeah, fun fact, these zippers are in fact PU coated, which makes them more weather resistant. PU coatings can peel over time. Pro and a con. Inside the 2-liter, very simple organization. We've got 2 mesh pockets, a sleeve behind that, a key leash, and that is it. And then remember, we also have the back sleeve. Let's pack it out. Now, some quick points of reference on the size of the sling. Here's like a normal size book. We're not gonna get that in there. And here's a normal size water bottle. This is a 24 ounce from Earthwell, and also not gonna work. So remember, like I said, this guy is a pocket reliever. Perfect for your small EDC stuff, or travel stuff, or outdoor stuff, small things. Put the keys in the key leash, and throw the keys in this mesh here. This is a Darlington mesh. I believe it's the way it's pronounced. Darlington? I don't know, but it always feels nice. Has a really nice elasticity to it. And I love that it's a lighter color, which makes it easier to find what you put where. In the other mesh pocket, I'm gonna throw my AirPods. I got a B7 size notebook. This is the same size as a passport, so perfect back here. I do think this sling will be a great travel companion. It's just super light. You're on the flight, passport, boarding pass, headphones, battery, cords, all the small things that you normally put in your pocket, relieve your pockets. It's a very freeing experience. And then the main compartment, we're just gonna throw some tissues. Gonna put my phone in there. This is an iPhone 13 regular. Some sunnies on top. You know, that's basically us packing this thing the F out. And you might be like, but what about your wallet, Aaron? Well, wallets don't go in there, in my opinion. Wallets are great to go in back sleeve pockets like this, right? And the reason being, it's a flat sort of bit of real estate. As you can see, my wallet fits in there and the magnetic closure still works. And if I'm using this as a travel sling, my wallet is safe and secure against my body. I love this guy. I really do. I don't know if I need the shoulder padding, but that aside, this thing rocks. But now we're gonna take all this out and test the capacity of the 7-liter. Now again, some quick points of reference. Book, we can make that happen with the 7-liter. Water bottle, we can make both happen with the 7-liter. I mean, you know, as math would suggest, we have tripled and a half the size of this. Which means a bulkier wear. Like, I usually don't like wearing slings that are this big. It's just like a big blob on your chest, but it can fit a lot. Organization too is a bit different. In the front pocket, no additional organization, just the key leash, which might I add I love because it's got a nice elasticity to it. In the main compartment, we have 1, 2, 3 mesh pockets and a zippered mesh pocket in the back with with an extra cord. Thank you, Peak Design. And inside that zippered pocket, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 smaller pockets. And then also the hidden sleeve compartment in the back. I'm gonna pack this one out a little bit different. Keys will go obviously in the front. I love that key leash. Things I want quick access to, I'm gonna throw my AirPods in there, tissues. Now, it should also be noted that the 7-liter Peak Design Sling can accommodate Peak Design's extra small camera cube. So is it where the 2-liter is not like a super photographer-friendly sling? This one is advertised to be more so, but I'm not a photographer. And reading the reviews online, they do seem to be a little bit mixed as to how well this sling integrates with the camera cube. And we don't have the camera cube anyway, so we're just gonna focus on this from a non-photographer perspective. And I think it will make a great travel sling as well. So we'll have my passport in here. In the pockets, I'm gonna throw a portable battery, charging wire, a Zinn tin. Remember, if you do have smaller things you want to organize, you can put them in these small pockets within the zipper pocket. Great for photographers too, like batteries and SD cards. And then in this big old cannon of a main compartment, I'm gonna go ahead and throw my hoodie so I can get a pair of headphones in there as well. Oh yeah, rocking and rolling. This is one great thing about a fabric like this, a 210D ripstop. It's so light and you can just pack a lot more in it. Like a lot of Peak Design bags, for instance, they're older lines, they got like padding on it, which is great for protecting your photography gear, but they're all like hard shell bags and it restricts and compromises your ability to really deck it out with a lot of stuff. This bag though, it's not gonna be an issue. Let me showcase too, for this back pocket, you can also fit your phone in there. iPhone 13, yeah, it fits. I wanna put it this way. Okay, perfect. Now I got my phone right there. External carry, you got these guys at the bottom. Let's test it out with a 1-liter Yeti. And I think this is absolutely gonna work. These lash points are pretty cool. That is some versatility right there. Now, the reason this works so well is because A, we have a really large base at the bottom of the sling, because it's a big boy, right? It's a big sling. But also, the choice of using these is just great, because you can really tighten them, and it just feels like this 1-liter Yeti water bottle, pretty darn secure, dude. That's impressive. Now, for a sling, it would usually be worn at some kind of an angle, but even then, water bottle feels pretty groovy to me. Shoulder strap, like I said, didn't need it on the 2-liter, but the 7-liter, it's nice, it's comfortable, right? I decked this thing out, bit more weight, comfort's really helping, and you are the light of my life. But in case you're not feeling the external carry at the bottom of the sling, the 7-liter, you can go ahead and unclip these. You got these little stowage spots right there. A little annoying to kind of pass through, but you'll get it. I believe in you, I believe in me, I believe in us. And then they're out of sight, out of mind. Not gonna lie, pretty impressed with these slings, pretty impressed. Now, before we jump into the pros and the cons, I gotta tell you, if you're watching this, there's a good chance that you might be a bit of a bag nerd. God knows I am. Margaret's guilty as charged as well, and basically so is everyone in our community, AKA the carry community. And if that sounds like it's your cup of tea, you might be smitten to find out that here at Nomads Nation, we don't just do YouTube reviews of bags, but we also have the Nomads Nation newsletter. And in that newsletter, I'm like your reporter in the field, taking you behind the scenes of what's happening in this incredible niche. I'm talking the biggest drops, limited edition collabs, new and interesting fabrics from the biggest brands to the smallest and everything in between. So if you want to keep your finger on the pulse of the carry community, you're gonna want to sign up to Nomads Nation newsletter, which you can do by finding this globe emoji in the description below. I hope to see you in your inbox. Okay, let's talk about the overall pros and the cons of the Peak Design outdoor slings. Pro number 1 is gonna be the really impressive harness system in both slings. Pro number 2 is just how lightweight and malleable they are. And pro number 3, I actually think it's kind of good value. You got a lot of good fabrics and materials at the price point. Ultra zip zips, custom Peak Design hardware, really nice 210D fabric. It's a high quality product for sure. But on the flip side, I got some cons, and here they are. Con number 1, I don't think that the shoulder strap was necessary on the 2-liter sling. Con number 2 is gonna be this top handle on the 7-liter sling. You're not a handle. I refuse to accept you. And con number 3 is that we are reading some mixed reviews in terms of how well the small camera cube integrates with the 7-liter sling. But maybe you're still watching this and you're like, Aaron, I don't give a shit. I'm not a photographer, I'm like you. I just need a cool travel sling or outdoor sling, and I'm buying one, maybe both. Well, that's the case and you're thinking about making a purchase, just a reminder that we do recommend that you do so with the first link in the description, as that's where you can find the best price, and if there's any discount codes, that's what they'll be. But if you're not quite sold, let's talk about some alternative that might better suit your needs, or maybe not, or maybe so, no way to find out. Alternative number 1 is this guy, the Bellroy sling. Great option for you if you're in the market for a sling, but you want something that looks a little bit, let's just say nicer. You know, those are outdoorsy type slings. You wouldn't want to stroll up to a hot date with one of those, but this one is gonna be a very successful date if you come rocking a sling like this. This is actually the mini, there's a standard version as well. Bellroy makes a bunch of slings, and they're amazing. And alternative recommendation number 2 is going to be the Evergood's Cass 2 sling. Great option for you if you wanted an outdoorsy type sling, but you want something that's a bit more, I don't know, burly. It's got a bit more structure to it, and can also double up much better as a hip pack as well. These slings are very popular in the carry community. And to learn more about them, just watch these videos right here. If you got any questions about any slings, be sure to let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Aaron, this is Nomads Nation, and we'll catch you next time.